I had to hood up.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy New Year.
It's so cold. I'm gonna do a Mooney. Got a moon. Check it out.
Mooney. I
Yeah,
thought you said loony.
Looney. No, a Mooney is something different in this country. I got a nice little Mooney moon.
It was about the difference about the country. It was loony and I was a loony.
Yeah. I'm probably classed as a loony as well as I don't know if I'm
Mooney.
a Mooney. Yeah, no, Mooney's like anyway. I'll tell you after the thing.
All right.
Happy New Year! Thank you for joining us, and we are back. We're refreshed.
Yes. And cold.
Fresh and freezing.
But it's all good.
It was really warm yesterday.
It was.
I went out sunbathing. No, I didn't.
Where's the tan? Liar.
The cold sucked it off. There we go. So welcome back. Hope you've had a great break, Christmas, whatever you celebrate. And good morning, Claire. Thank you.
Darling.
Happy New Year. Today we're going to talk to you. So now I wanted to say why your New Year's resolutions won't work, but Anne stopped me. So that's too mean.
Yes, this is it.
Because we've got angel, devil. No, not devil. White and dark.
Yin and yang, okay. The good policeman and bad policeman. Good guy.
Oh yeah, good cop, bad cop.
Yeah.
Yeah. So why why resolutions won't work is the controversial subject we're going to be talking about today.
Yeah. Because obviously,
because we like to bring your power down. No, sorry,
we're going to drag you down. This is it. This is the Inner Power podcast. We're going to really definitely lift your spirit up. Now, but what do we want to talk about is because obviously everyone is very familiar with the New Year resolutions, and many people just fail miserably and they feel really bad.
Well, that's really lifted everyone's spirits.
No, but I want to explain. I want to talk to you, about it, so people have better understandings and they don't feel so bad when they fail. That's the whole point.
When they fail, because they're gonna fail, right?
I'm gonna kick you.
We were having fun today.
Yeah.
I came to cheer Anja. It's clearly not working.
No, it's all good. It's all
good. It's all good.
But anyway, so as you said, why the New Year resolution don't work? And maybe you have some ideas. Share with us your ideas why it doesn't work, or maybe it work, or if it. Well, of course, I can't speak properly today. It's because I've been out of practice for quite some time. Yeah. That's what it is. So for those who is actually working, just share it with us. But if it doesn't, let us know why you think why it doesn't. Okay. Right. What is your opinion about it?
What, New Year's resolutions?
Yes.
I feel like maybe the last couple of years, it's not really. I don't say, oh, this is my New Year's resolution. So it's just fallen that I'm having a break over Christmas, but I already know what I'm going to be doing when I come back. Mm-hmm. So I guess I've set some big goals for this year, the same as what I did last year. So in a way, naturally, they're kind of like a New Year's resolution, but no, they're goals for me.
I think.
Yeah, and you said, what did you say? Because I said this before, didn't I? Before we came on air.
Yes. Obviously, we had chat beforehand.
We do talk to each other just before we come on. Actually, just turn out. All right, should we go live now?
Oh yeah, it happens sometimes. Yes.
Yeah.
So no, what I said, it's actually not about setting a new goal as a very, very new goal. Not something that you're not familiar with. You have a continuity going on.
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
So it's an extension to what you already been doing.
Yeah. And
that does make sense. You're already in the flow. Of things.
So what I like about it now, so last year I found it, last year.
2 years ago.
2 years ago, right. Yeah. So just as we're getting up to 2020 Christmas break, and I found it really frustrating because I want to do this and I just need to get started, and I couldn't start because it would have been pointless because the whole world had stopped for Christmas and holidays and everything like that. But this year, so similar, because of obviously got some more big goals, but I kind of looked at it differently and thought, actually, it's good to have this break, reset myself for the Christmas break, and obviously have COVID for a little bit. That was quite fun. That was right, actually. For me anyway, I was fine.
Lego time.
Yeah, I did loads of Lego. Oh my god, Death Star is like this. It is freaking huge. But we've gone off on one again. So yeah, it was good to have this is a reset period before I go into doing what I'm going to be going into. But I guess I've conditioned and trained my head. I know what I want when I want it, I'm going to go and get it. And I set a big goal, and if I don't quite get it, I don't care. But I know I have to set like these big goals for myself. So it's not quite a New Year's resolution.
No,
I
it's a
suppose.
continuity.
It's
I
a
think
continuity.
you
And that's
already,
more like goal setting, I suppose.
I think you already trained this action muscle, so to speak,
Yeah.
for so long.
Yeah.
It's easy for you to flow with it.
Yeah.
And obviously there will be next thing you want to achieve, and then another one, and another one, and another one. There's a different story when you actually don't do anything, you don't practice, don't train
Yeah.
that muscle, and then you set yourself like a huge goal, and you fail, right? Because you don't
Yeah.
have anything to support you
Yeah.
besides your free will, and free will, you know very well, doesn't last that long.
Yep.
So there has to be other, factors that come into play to help you to succeed. I'm not saying this is the rule for everybody, okay?
No.
There is always this one person who will break, go against all odds, and great for that person. But for the majority of people, including, just myself, looking at myself, just in the past, I did fail miserably. And for how many years I worked as a personal trainer, and there's a big boom, January, this is new year, new me, by the way. Yes, thank you very much. New year, new me. And that usually lasts for a month, right? So gyms are totally full, like rumped right to the brim, to the top, with new people, new members who are coming, and they are deciding to turn their life, just 180, become really healthy. Many people buy lots of new sport equipment, only just to put the sport equipment, just in the corner after 4 weeks, because their free will and motivation just wears off. And then this is the moment when many people are actually not continuing, they are not pushing forward, they are failing. And this is what I'm saying. You have to have some sort of strategy in place. And I think setting a big goal without breaking it down to smaller achievable goals is one of the number ones reason why people don't achieve what they want to achieve.
Yeah.
And they also are not realistic.
Yeah.
So they want too much in a too short period of time.
Yeah.
Right. And if you've been sitting on your bum for a very long period of time, right, you're not gonna change your life around within a week. It's just not doable. So I'm not trying to put anyone off from doing what is good for you, but you have to be kind and easy on yourself and understand it's gonna take a time, right? And that way you can actually achieve
I totally
your
agree.
goals.
Yeah,
So
totally agree.
I think
I see it the
quickly
same.
is not
Like
working.
people want to, they come in for the martial arts or whatever, and it's the same thing. So actually go, I'm going to train 5 times a week. Oh my god.
Yes, and at the end of January, I'm going to have black belt.
Yeah. But even just for the fitness class, where there's no bout grade, and it's the same. And I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and it's don't get me wrong, it's great, but sometimes you have to rein people in. But sometimes people think they know better, and unfortunately, that's when I'm tired now. I'm exhausted from training, morning, evening, every day, and then by the week's up, it's too much, and then it's not conditioned. You got to.
And it's the same with the mind.
Yeah,
you have to condition your mind to this kind of action.
On another note, though, on a similar thing, I know there's a lot of people that are afraid to get started because they're not ready yet. So, but you just, you're in the best place because you can start, and you can start to train up, what it is you want to train. But I think you, like Anne said, break down to smaller bite-sized chunks and bite-sized goals, but also think long-term with it. You're not running a sprint. It's just could say it's a marathon. It's a nice easy stroll with your fitness, or if it's fitness, but for anything you want to change, could be you want to change your dietary, your eating habits, whatever. But I don't think going all in. Some people can, though. I think some people can, but I would say generally across the board, take it easy. What do you think?
Do you know what? From my experience, I know very well that there has to be very strong factor making people to turn a
180, 100%. Right? Yes.
Sometimes it's like illness.
Yes.
Sometimes it's like I don't know, some traumatic experience, something really, really
Yeah.
happening, that
Yeah.
it is like a wake-up call for people.
Yeah.
And they said, no, from then now on, I just don't want this thing
Yeah, I
anymore.
totally
I want
agree.
to change my life.
Yeah.
And they have enough of drive to push forward and stick to the plan. But when you don't have that kind of drive, right?
Yeah.
When you're still kind of okay, but you want to do something, in your life, achieve something in your life, when you're feeling comfortable,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
When you're starting to experience something uncomfortable with new plans,
Yeah.
people take a step back.
Yeah.
Right. So in order to, don't get me wrong, in order to grow, you have to feel uncomfortable and you have to become comfortable with uncomfortable. This is just a part of the process. But when you become too uncomfortable, this will break you, not build you. So that's why it's better to expand or push forward further away the date, the accomplishing date of whatever goal you have. So then you have this flexibility and less tension to deal with. So you can train your body, you can train your mind to how to deal with it. And then as you go along, you become also more confident with your ability to deal with the stress and with the tension. So then when you increase the intensity, your body will be already prepared for it and will know what to do, including your mind. Your mind will deal with it exactly the same way, right? So that's it. See you next week.
That's it. I'm gonna do another Mooney.
Yeah.
Hey, it's my moon. Go check it out. So obviously, if you're listening on the podcast, thank you very much. Please leave us a nice 5-star review. Nothing less. Drop some comments and recommend us on Facebook as well, because we got some great stuff coming for the rest of the year. Please, thank you, Clay. Drop loads of comments and Chris. Thank you, Chris. I like that. I'm gonna put this one up a minute. I really should bring my glasses because I was thinking out with someone else. But so we just had
mine.
Chris, thank you. This is interesting. Maybe we'll talk about this now. So Chris Smith on LinkedIn has said people overestimate what they can do in a year, but underestimate what they can do in a decade.
Yeah, I love that quote.
Yeah, it's a good one, isn't it? So
I've
do you
heard
find you've
Tony
done that?
Robbins saying that quite a lot.
I know Chris listens to Tony Robbins, so probably where he's got it from.
Well, I can see the,
Yeah, you look like him.
Wisdom is definitely there.
Yeah, but I think, but I overestimate what I do in a year, but I do that deliberately because it forces me to achieve something.
Forces you or inspires you?
Both.
Both, okay.
Yeah, both. But I wouldn't say I overestimate. I believe that that's what I'm going to do. So I guess I found a little bit short of one of my goals last year, but it's still in the process. But I'm okay with it. Do you know what I mean? It's not like I've stopped.
So you're more flexible with
the
end
oh my
date.
gosh.
There is no end date anyway.
There's no end.
Yeah.
It's good to put I think it is good to put some sort of date on it because
so you can aim to something.
Yeah, but I'm okay with falling short of a goal, provided I'm still working on towards that goal.
Mm-hmm.
So, but that's me. That's me. And again, I think, like you said, it's maybe just how I condition myself a little bit with it.
It has to be.
Yeah, it was handy failing at exams because I just thought I'd get there in the end.
I'll give you a very
Had
simple,
an advantage.
very simple
you,
example. Just like you condition yourself, and so you are having no problem to follow your plan, right?
Yeah.
But that's just a example. You have people who are planning to go on diet, right?
Yeah.
And they are going to
which one? Which one's best? Which one's best? And we want to know what's the best diet to take.
Diet equals restriction.
Yeah.
Right, and you can be restricted only for
and
a short period of time. Yeah. What?
Diet has the word die in it.
Die in it. Okay.
I die eating.
Sorry, I had the blood moment.
Diet. I die eating. There you go.
Die eating.
Die.
Oh my goodness, this is
I just got to work hard today.
I'm actually flowing. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Keep it up with my woohoo.
Craziness is back in the house. So yeah, just going from 0 to 100 is just not achievable. Like I said, you were talking about business, but now or fitness, but now we can talk about diet and why it doesn't work.
Because you die eating.
No, okay.
It's a diet.
No, because nobody likes restriction.
No,
right?
I don't. No.
Right? I'm not gonna have chocolate. I'm not gonna have this. I'm not gonna have that. And then the things you're gonna say or that you don't you're not gonna have or you can't have, you crave them more. The craving for it and desire for it becomes bigger. That's why it makes people fail. That's why they go on this yo-yo that they just go back to square one, because you have to do it step by step, right? And restriction equals failure.
Yeah.
Choice is a different bargain.
So basically, if you wanted to stop eating, reduce all the chocolate, does that mean you got to buy
just
loads
do
of
it
chocolate and leave it in the
gradually.
house?
No. I'm not saying that. No, don't fill your cupboard with temptations. That's what I'm saying.
No.
Just put lots of good stuff, which is good for you. And whenever you feel hungry, you have good stuff around, and you reach for that first. But then, when you're dying to have this piece of chocolate, just have the piece of chocolate and just enjoy it. Because in the end of the day, you don't want to go on diet, right? And restrict yourself from everything what is really good, tasty, and delicious for the rest of your life. No, that's not what we are talking about. We're talking about healthy living, where you have a space for everything.
Yeah.
And then obviously it will take you longer, but it will be sustainable and it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
No, just 4 weeks, just plan where you fail miserably and you feel really bad for yourself because you didn't achieve it. So there you go.
There we go. Another mic drop.
Right.
So you just said clarity. So I think that's quite an important thing for where we're heading with stuff. And I'm sure we've talked about this, millions of times before. But whatever it is, what if it's a resolution or a goal, then I think one of the most important things is having clarity in why. What's the big reason behind why are you doing that for?
Well, how do you know? How do you know where to go where you don't know where to go?
Yeah, exactly right. So, and I think when you said before, if it's quite a traumatic thing, that can knock someone to make a big change, and I'd say yes, that can be like a definitely 360 moment. I know people
that's 360, 180.
That's what I said. You just heard 360, and everyone else heard 360. Even if it's a 1 degree change, it's still a good change. There you go. So I'm glad we made that. So even a 1% or 1 degree change is still a good change if you want to make a change. But I think having that clarity of why is super important. And the more importance you put on something, the more importance you have to complete that task. So years we still do it, but let's say when I started out teaching and someone wanted to come train in martial arts, I want to be a black belt. But why? What do you want to be a black belt for? It's not really it's just a belt. It's just it's just a bit of material. But why is it you want to do this? What's the importance behind it? And would spend a lot of time diving deep, because it's right. Don't just let anyone training. It's got to be some level of importance on there. So what is it? Where are you now? So often we've got some sort of, not always, but if we want to make a change, well, what's the pain? What's the pain you're going through right now? We've been through. What's led you to this point? And where are you right now with it? How are you feeling about that? And what is it you want to get from this? So where are you going to be? And it was at the end of this, at the end of the year, where are you going to be on these goals? Where do you want to be? But you also have to understand, if you don't make this choice to make the change, well, where are you going to be then? And how's that going to make you feel? So I think you do need to take some time to have the clarity of why you're doing it, what's led you to this point, and how are you feeling about it right now. But what's going to happen, like you said, it could be a month down the line, year down the line. And that's so important, because then when you get the moment of too tired for this, or this isn't working for me, then you have something firm and solid to go back to. That is because this, I don't want to feel like that anymore. And it is interesting with fitness and health, because it's when it's sometimes it seems to be the first thing to go when there's someone's struggling with money, or they're living way beyond their means. So it's that gets cancelled, other than maybe the Sky TV. Not everyone, I know that, but often I see it. So it's that gets cancelled over something that isn't necessarily that beneficial. We need entertainment, don't get me wrong, but the balance goes a bit out. So having an important why and clarity will definitely see you through the good and the bad, because there's always, and I think that's the thing to remember, is that when you set set yourself on a journey. There's going to be a time it's going to come when we say this, like parents will say, again, I've used martial arts as an example, well, what if they want to quit? Well, that's going to happen. A child's going to want to quit at something. You're going to want to quit at something. You're going to want to not go in and do, if you're doing a class. So I'm starting sign language class tonight, right? And this is going to be going on up till July. I know there's going to be a time when I just don't feel like going in tonight. I know that's going to happen, but I have to go in. I have to go in and do this, otherwise I'm going to miss out or whatever. I won't achieve my goal. And there's all, and the thing is, sometimes I also know there's going to be times where I just simply can't go because there's other things I have to be doing. You know, a couple of other courses that I'm going to be doing. You know what I mean? It's going to conflict. So, like, you are going to want to quit. You are going to want to stop. But the great thing is, you then have a choice to go in and do it anyway, and see how you feel afterwards. Is that a mic drop?
No.
It's not a mic drop.
No, that's not the time. No. So what I've heard you saying is to know really what is your why.
What's my why?
What is your why behind the thing that you do? You know, and when you keep remembering that, reminding yourself why you're doing what you're doing, it will keep you most likely right on track. And I also would like to add that nobody said that once you set your goal, there was no turns and bends, you know, on the way there. You can always change trajectory of where you're going. It's because as you go along, the plans tend to change, morph into something different anyway.
Oh, 100%.
So you have to be flexible, right? Being rigid, I don't know if that works. I think flexibility is a great skill.
You do need flexibility. So Claire, sorry, I'm just going to interrupt a bit. So Claire put up here, thank you, Claire. So I don't really do resolutions. I set a plan for the year, and I think that's quite.
And she's great at it.
Yeah, and I think it's great advice is that you have a plan, because it's more of like it's like a map, it's a guideline. But you know, if you're walking along the map, sometimes you know, down the road, let's say you've got a destination you want to get to, right? And you walk along, but sometimes you might want to come off track a little bit because there's something I want to go and do that over there. But the plan is to get you to the end. But I do think it's got to be flexible. Otherwise, but if you don't have a plan, it's like, well, we'll just see what happens. I know some people like to do that, and I was very much like that. But I have an idea of my. I know the road I'm on. I don't know what's along the way.
So do you know? I think the purpose of the plan is of getting you on the road.
Yeah, that's it. Just get on the road.
So you know where you're going, and you know where you're starting. So. And the thing is, it's just like with SatNav. Sometimes you put your destination on the device, which is leading you to where you want to get. But sometimes you will come across the roadworks, right?
Yeah.
So it has to be recalculate the route, but it will still get you to the destination point. And it's the same with any plan.
Hey, sometimes I miss the turn in. It goes crazy. But it's the same. It's the same. It's the same as, you know, we do have. Our brains are sophisticated computers with sat navs in there, and if you give it, you know, that direction there.
Okay, so this is interesting. Just Claire responded to us. I'm very flexible. Are you going to show? Okay, I'm very flexible, but I do like to know roughly where I want to be by the end of the year. Yeah, definitely. This is it. That's very good. Definitely. And she likes to be organized. Oh, I know that she's a queen of organization. I'm telling you. So I know Claire personally, so that's why I say what I say. If you didn't know why. So
but direction, clarity is important, and you will veer off, and it might even. So what if your goals might change a little bit because a bigger goal will come along? And I know we talked about this before. When you set that plan out, let's say it's whatever it is, you will attract people into your life that are going to help you along that way, because I'm hot again now, so it's on and off.
Hot flashes.
Now I'm cold. I'm from the menopause.
See, I get you off your track.
Yeah. On a plan and blah 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 blah. But you know what? What's your why? Chuck in your whys. If you've got resolutions and you are working to whatever they are, don't be, don't, after we've said all this, don't be embarrassed to put it on. Or if you need some help and guidance, then chuck it in the comments so we or someone will chip in and give you a bit of advice for it, basically.
Good cop or bad cop, just
Yeah, but
you can always
yeah.
choose.
But I think having that plan is important. Definitely, you got the guide, you got the roadmap, and you got. I guess some people can get anxious about, oh, what if it don't work? Or if you think like that, it's not going to work. Just work on making it work. Basically, simple as that. And like you said, roadworks come.
There you go.
You find a way, or you just got to sit and wait for a little bit.
All the way will find you. Everything depends on your approach to the situation. You know, if you say to yourself that there is no point in me of doing this, you will never start anything, right? Because you're already predicting the worst case scenario, right? So if where I'm going to fail, so what's the point in me starting anything? So you have to just change the mindset you have. Just go and just try, and just see what's gonna happen. Because look, I don't have a glass ball in front of me. Can you predict what's gonna happen tomorrow? You can't.
I'm gonna wake up.
No, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
So it's like, but we have this attractive power that we attract things. They are really coming to us. So if you're thinking on the worst case scenario, this is where we're gonna be going. You're gonna be looking for confirmation of failure. But if you give yourself a benefit of the doubt and you just step out there, let's say, not necessarily wanting to succeed like 100%, but just feeling alive and living life rather than existing, then who knows, you might become really successful. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
This is the whole point of living life. It's not about sitting and doing nothing, because this is really boring and miserable. And don't get me wrong, I had that moment in my life, you know, where I was feeling really down and I was like, what's the point? What is the point? You know, I had those moments, but I realized that from sitting on my butt and saying, what is the point? I never achieved anything. So where I wanted to achieve something, I had to do something, right? So I had a rough idea where I wanted to go, but I definitely knew what I didn't want. I didn't want to stay where I was, right? So that was my big why. And then I moved forward. And I swear to God, I didn't know what was on the road ahead of me, but I knew that it was probably better than when I was at the moment without doing anything. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Does make sense. I think it's not all. We don't want those moments, but sometimes.
Oh, they are valuable moments. I've learned a lot about myself, in that moment, and that gave me this, kickstart kind of power. Just to move, because I knew that this is not what I want, definitely.
Yeah. So I think that's, again, it comes back to the why. You had
clarity.
A pain point that you wanted to move from. So, and if you've got I think when you've got the vision, so visualization is very important, the vision of what it's going to be at the end outcome, then it becomes part of your why again. So I'm doing this because I don't want X, but I do want Y. I did that. I did that without even thinking. I want my why.
Yeah, I want my why.
I want my why.
But then going back to what you said, visualization, practice visualizing the best case scenario, because in the worst case scenario, we will just get a little bit less. Right?
Yeah, definitely. A visualization technique, if you've never done it before, definitely have lots of, close your head off a bit, but lots of bright colors if you can. Real visual, and visualize the feeling that you're going to have, and it moving all over your body. And when you get that excited feeling, whether it be when you're a kid as Christmas Day, you got to go back to a kid sometimes. You're excited about something and visualize that, the outcome of what it's going to be. And that's such a powerful thing. So we try and drop in some tips then on how we can achieve our resolutions or our goals.
Yeah, I'm just making a few points, which we can share with.
Oh, I'll just sit here. I'm gonna talk.
Oh gosh.
We got Emmeline with us today. Emmeline, say hello.
Hello. She's been, such a star, helping us out
behind the scenes
a lot. So yes.
Part
okay, so what I have so far, because as you're sitting here, I'm working. Okay. So
I'm working by putting those thoughts in your head.
Oh,
I do love your haircut, by the way.
Thank
I
you.
don't even mentioned it.
Thank you. Thank
bit
you.
disappointed you didn't ask me to do it.
Claire says hello, Emily.
I thought we were going to have matching hair.
No way. No. I'm not. Okay. Zip it, shrimp. I'm not going to say it.
Yeah,
Oh yes, there
I
we
could.
go.
Well, thanks, Emily. I don't think I could at match Ange actually. I'd have to grow it. Look, literally gonna have to grow it from my back to comb it over.
Just pull it forward.
Yeah, I need to cut my hair.
Oh, okay.
I used to be a hairdresser in a former life.
Have you?
I think
what
so.
happened?
In 1765 was. If I had a life then, that's another story. We've got to talk about. You got all on about those, so that's just weird. All right, okay.
Right.
yeah.
So
Hello.
I made a few points, right?
Emmeline, it's Emmeline. Emily, she won't mind Emily.
But that's
That's cool,
we
yeah.
know who she meant, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
We know what you meant. I know.
Okay. So
Good cop, bad cop.
okay. So we're back. We're back on track.
So here's some tips for your resolutions.
Some tips.
Yeah.
So obviously, know where you're going. So what would you like to achieve? I don't like using word goal, but we're gonna say what is your goal, right? Where are you going? Then
What do you want?
I'm not gonna tell you what I want.
No, I'm not asking you. I'd say that is what you want. Do you know what? I'm going to test Emily now, and she's going to walk around here, and we'll see if she can remember the ultimate success formula that Tony Robbins, because this was part of one
Okay.
of her
I'm being
martial arts
tested. I'm being
martial arts
tested.
thing. Come on, Emily. So
Okay, so know what you want, know why you want it, take massive actions, review your progress, and change your approach if it's not working. That's the ultimate success formula.
There we go.
I'm going to do it.
There we go.
There we go. That's it. We're
Brilliant.
going.
So there was no point for me actually reading those points out.
I know. I just thought I'd let you carry on writing them out, but I think So yeah, know what you want, know where you're going, basically. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Really important.
So when you have a plan, don't be rigid, be flexible, and break it into smaller, achievable steps. So then you don't feel like you're failing, and it's easier for you to follow it. Right?
Yeah, definitely.
So that's what I've got for now. And now hold on. Oh, visualization, right?
I'm holding on to my moon.
Okay, yeah, you do. Yeah. Practice
Just
the
put my head
best
here.
case scenario in your mind. See yourself being successful, because I also find that lots of people fail because they don't believe in themselves, right? Or they
Yeah.
feel they don't deserve it. But the truth is they do.
You do. And just going to interject on that. There's people that are like you now that went through maybe how you're feeling right now
Mhm.
that are doing what you want to do.
Mhm.
You just got that they're out there.
Yeah,
They're out
course.
there, definitely. 100%. So you sometimes we can feel quite alone in that situation, but you're never ever alone. There's always someone out there that has felt what you're feeling,
Mhm.
been through what you've been through, and then doing the thing that you want to do, or the
Yeah.
place you want to get. They're at the place where you want to get to, and to help and guide. So just go out and look for them
There is plenty of them on YouTube, by the way.
everywhere,
Very
everywhere,
accessible.
everywhere. And I know they would want to help
Mm.
because I haven't been through that myself. That's why I like to talk about this stuff, because I've been there.
Yeah.
Same as yourself. I know.
100%. 100%.
Go on. So what did you get to? Number 2?
No, I already read them.
Oh, you read them out. Okay. Well, we've
Yes.
covered it all.
And we
So.
had Emily coming and just
Yes.
summarizing everything so beautifully. I thought, okay, well, so what we've got left on the list.
Yeah. So know what you want, know where you want it. You got to take action, have a plan. But and again, it's a plan, so it might change if it's not working. Just change the
That's why
approach a little
being
bit. Yeah.
It's flexible. I think this flexibility is very important.
I do think if you can get a mentor of some kind, it doesn't have to be
That
paid.
always helps.
Free is okay, but a paid mentor would be good. Of where it is in the area that you need.
It tells you how, right? It helps.
Yeah,
you with
definitely.
how.
Definitely, it's the best investment. Well, for me, having mentors has always been the best investment. It's not always been easy to do, but I just know if I did that, and actually, I get my return or whatever it is. If it's martial arts, I got my return because
Mhm.
I got what I wanted to get, or my fitness. If it was for business or if it was personal development, it helped me grow, evolve, and be able to do things like this.
So
It's
what's the
cool.
benefits from having mentor? From my experience, it shortens your journey,
Yeah. Oh yes.
limits the amount of disappointments,
Yeah.
keeps you accountable,
That's the one. I was
gives you the clarity,
Yeah.
right? And you're not alone.
you're not alone, and they want you to succeed.
Yeah.
They really want you to. I can speak that for myself. I know that's how you feel about it, but having even my mentors, they really want you to succeed, and they've walked the walk. Well, hopefully not. You know, if you get the right one, they've walked the walk. They've done what it is you want to do. So here we go. Happy days.
So that's definitely one of the shortcuts. It definitely helps. Definitely helps 100%.
Excellent. Yeah.
You know, if you're going, for example, to the gym and you have a plan, you want to improve your health, you can do it by yourself. But when you have a good personal trainer,
Yes,
they will, you know, help you along the way.
Yeah.
And they will make you feel like you're not alone.
Yeah. But I know with you as well, and sorry, because I got to big you up a bit now, but I know you're very personal with your clients as well.
Yes, I am.
And not in a, you know, but I mean, you're always checking up on them. You're always checking in. And you give so much value to what it is you're doing. And I think that's what makes you a great mentor.
Do you know what?
Like,
Thank you very much for your opinion and experience. I find
do the same, do the same, do the same. That's the only one reason no, I'm joking. I'm joking.
I like element of surprise, you know.
Yeah.
Right. So you have to wait for that. I'm just joking. But anyway, thank you very much. So what I'm saying is, I don't believe in such thing like one size fits all. Everybody is different, so they need a different approach.
Definitely not, because I bought this in a small and it didn't fit.
Oh dear Lord, you know, I've been really good last year. Help! Okay. So, oh gosh, I was missing that button.
You was it? I was going to put this on my third eye for a little bit. Just carry on as normal.
You've got third Monday, as far as I'm concerned. You know, and if you hold, can I?
Don't touch my stone.
Sorry. But if you turn it slightly, you have your third basket.
Oh yeah.
You got your third basket. Okay, that looks like a little horns. Okay, so you are the devil. You are the devil. Okay, never mind. So going back to the subject.
And all our viewers have gone. What a surprise.
Personalized plan is very, very important. It's not only personal training, mindset coaching, spiritual coaching, nutrition coaching, or mentoring. I think in any case, any type of coaching, you have to be personal, and that's the whole purpose of having someone. You know,
not everyone's like that. Not all.
I know.
Yeah. I'm not knocking anything.
There are obviously those who are doing because they love doing what they're doing. They are really passionate about it, and those who just experience in it, right? And they're finding the way, or they're on their way to finding what really, you know, make them tick. So I'm not discarding people, but you can tell, you can find who is working for you, right?
Yeah.
You will feel the connection, you feel the resonance, and you will know that will be the right fix and combination for you that will help you to move forward. And for me, you know, I always consider myself as a very compassionate person. And I love seeing people succeeding. But like I said a second ago, you know, there is no such thing like one size fits all. And with all of my personal experience, I know that, you know, I had to have like individual approach, you know, to understand better how I tick, how I tick. Because sometimes I needed this extra support in understanding myself. But if someone didn't look at me personally, like individually, then they would not discover that, and which means they would not be able to help me. So what I'm trying to say is, because I turned the table, I need to find out more about my client in order to give them something that will work for them.
Exactly.
End of story.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
It was a long way around it, but
we got there.
Yeah, we got there in the end.
Interruptions from someone. Okay. Claire thinks I've been on the quacker jokes.
Shh.
My secret.
Top secret.
All right. I think that's pretty much it, guys. So thank you for watching and sticking with us. I think that's it. Nothing else to say other than don't forget 5-star review, leave a comment, and
I'm gonna
share.
say something.
Go on,
something else.
say it, say it.
So we have something very exciting happening this month. Let's hope more than once, but we already have confirmed interview with wonderful Eileen McCutter Davis, and she is mindset coach and helps people to get out of their own way. She is amazing, but that's what's to come this month. So
Brilliant.
stay with us. There will be more exciting things happening, more exciting people joining us, having conversation with us. So just stay with us, share your thoughts with us, ask us questions, give us your suggestions. What would you like to talk about or us talk about? Because we want to know what you're interested in and what makes you tick. Right.
We've got a few more interviews, haven't we? There's going to be a few interviews.
Oh
We
yeah,
got,
100%.
yeah, we've got more interviews this year.
This year is super exciting.
So, and we will be having an event at some point, won't we?
Mhm.
Oh yeah!
This is how we rolling.
This is how we do it.
There we go.
Yeah.
This is it.
This is how we do it. This is how. Okay, see you later, y'all. Have a great week. Peace,
Bye.
love, always.
Bye.
Bye bye.